Eric with Wasatch Mountain Guides, and just out on a rec and observation day in Primrose, Cirque on Mount Timpanogos, and this is what we're looking at about 8,900 feet on a north-facing aspect. We have about a little over a foot of decomposing precipitation particles mixed with some faceting, fist to forefinger, back to fist, and then we get to this really stout crust that's about 40 centimeters down, so a little over a foot. And then you can see here it goes just for about an inch, and then in between that we have some facets, so that's a layer of concern. And then a really stout pencil to knife hard crust almost to the ground, and then the last few inches also some facets, and then another inch or so of a stout crust on the ground itself. That's more like 1 finger plus, a bit easier to break up. Some things to consider before the weekend storms. Fingers crossed it's a lot. How much will this facet, how weak will this snow be? As you can see, it's not really packing to my hands too well. Down here we do have some grapple before the first crust, 2 to 3 centimeters, or sorry, 2 to 3 millimeters. Some of it's quite maybe pushing 4 millimeters. So that last little few inches we have some grapple mixed in there. Yeah, so my main layer of concern again, this top part, how much it facets, but then this crust is kind of breakable now that I dig further into it. And with the thin facet layer between these two crusts, you have to wonder if that's setting us up for something on these aspects and elevations. Give you an idea of the snow coverage here in Primrose. I really want to get out and do some ECTs with the next storm, but I'll show you shovel shear right here. It's the first bit of kind of new snow. You can see I barely applied any pressure, and it's breaking on that layer that has some facets and grapple in it right on top of the first crust. It's about 40 centimeters down. You can see how stout the second crust is. Again, there's that faceted layer in between the crusts.